welcome to Primal Design. So today I'm going to show you how I make a running shirt. Here's the running shirt that Mick wore on the show. And I use 4 chamois hides. It's a front, a back, a top that went over, and the sleeves were out of 1 hide. Here are the tools you'll need for today's project. You'll need a mallet. I like rawhide mallets, but you could use wooden or other mallets. You'll need a punch. This is a double-aught. Scissors that can cut leather, and something to punch on, and it needs to be end grain, or you could get one of these punching pads. This is a deer suede lace that you can buy in a spool. I use a mink oil. You could use a saddle soap. Hook and eye needles. Put the lace on the needle to lace it through the holes. I like to have a backup punch after I punch my holes and I sit down to lace. If I missed a hole, I can easily punch it by hand. Another important piece is the glue. This is not the bottle it comes in. I just put it in this because it's easy to use. It comes in quarts and gallons. This top piece right here will be your thickest hide, the strongest, because it's holding all the pieces together. So what I'm going to do with this hide is fold it over like that. The front is a little bit deeper, so I made it about 11 in the front, about 8 in the back. It's about 8. Always do a little more. 11. Okay, so probably about here. I'm going to cut this off. The leather, I don't like a lot of straight lines necessarily, so I'm just going to cut that off like that. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to true it up later. That's the beauty of Primal Design. I fold it in half. Put a neck on it, 3.5, and then down to maybe 2, like that. So I fold it in half. I'm just going to start to cut the hole for the neck, like that. I'm going to fold it so that the front is right here. Cut just the front, but I want it to be kind of even, because you want more in the front and less in the back. I want to put the fronts on it, and the hides I want for the front should be, they can be thin, but they should be pretty square, that you get are really tapered like that. Not so good. That's not what I want to use for the front. I want to use something like this. And then I take the part that's the thickest, which is the back. This is the back of the animal. That's the front, that's the neck. And I'm going to lay it down underneath here. So I'm going to lift this up, get this in place, about like that, like that. And notice I'm leaving a big amount underneath, and there's a reason for that because I might use that for lace. Okay, so there's the front of my shirt right there. See that? So now I lay this underneath there, like that. And definitely want to get it centered. So mark where this is. Lift it up, got it laid out here, and I put it about to there, and that's where I put in, move it to there, so cut that much out. So lift this back up. Strip out the glue right along here. I know it looks like Elmer's, but it's not. It's leather weld. That's what it's called, leather weld. Leather weld, and it's a non-toxic white glue. Holds it together so that you can sew it. Put this down. And now we've got our front. So here's now the front of our shirt. See how that works? Now I have the front. Front of the shirt. We want a nice back. So I lay this like that, so that there's more dipping in the front than in the back. Then take your next hide. This one's pretty good. It's square. It's thin. It will be good for the back. So I lay it on here, and you see how it's going to land. I want it to be a little longer in the back. Put this up. This up like that. Pull it out. Roll it back down. This one's about right. So everything's good. So I'll probably end up right here cutting this off a bit. Yeah, put this up. That's better. Put the blue. Actually, I might put the blue on this side. Smooth it out. Like that. Then I'm going to lay it down right here. And lay it down. And this will hold it all together for when I start to punch. Actually, this could come down a little bit more at an angle. What do you think of it? A little bit more of an angle because I know how the body goes like that. So now I've got the front and the back. I lift this up. I'll be cutting off this excess that I didn't glue underneath. Don't need it. And this creates a strip that I may use for lace if I wanted to lace the garment with the same material that it's made out of, which I did in the show. You can see that the shirt is starting to come alive. I mean, really, you could sew it a little bit on the sides and not even add the sleeves, and just sew the front and the back, sew the yokes, front and back, and this could work also. This is the point that it is good to try it on somebody, because Primal Design is about really feeling the fit. And to feel the fit, it's good to know who you're fitting, and we'll see how it fits. It looks good. What do you think? How does it feel? So put your arms out to the side. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the yoke right here. He's got the neck is working for him. And on the back, it goes right there. So now I can see that I've got enough room. This is comfortable enough. I don't think he'd want it too much smaller. He can move. So now we're getting ready to put on the sleeve. The sleeve, I want a long, thinner piece that I'm going to fold in half, and then half again, and this is going to be the sleeve. So I'm just going to check to see if his arm is out. See, that works. So the thing I need to see is where is that shoulder point. So this is what you want to do when you have the person you're making it for. You see where their shoulder is, and so we're going to go about 8 inches out. All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
The one thing about these, they move for the body. I mean, you know, this clothing people wear, they're so locked up. This stuff is movable. All right.
We'll call you back when we're ready. Okay, the one tool that I don't have that would be good, it's a rolling tool that has little spikes, and then it puts a mark where you could put your hole. So because I don't have that, I'm just going to go along and mark my holes just to show you about the distance you want. Every 1/4 inch is good. Get this. so that you have something to punch against. See how this works? You just have a punch, you have your mallet, and you have something to punch on. And what I do is I'm flicking my wrist back so that it goes fast. So then the same on the back. So I'm just going to eyeball this one because I've been doing this a long time. You don't want to get too close to the edge. So you want to stay a nice, healthy distance from the edge. Make sure they all go through. And it looks like everything went through. This is the outside. So now you see it looks like that. Right? So for the sleeves, as you can see in this one, there's just a piece that comes off the edge. So I found a hide that I like. It's a thinner hide. One thing to know about a sleeve is that it's really, the shape is like that. So I'm going to cut down like this. And then over here, and cut up. So now I have two sleeves. So the sleeve is shaped like that. And you also want to make sure you know which is the right and the wrong side of your hide. About 12 inches at the top, 4.5, and they're about 20 inches long. So I want everything to be symmetrical, so I look at what I've got going on here, and I know, so I go back to where my center is, which is right here, and I make a notch. I open this back up. I know that here's my center. There. A little to the front. This goes here. This goes here. This is how it's going to work. 6, 6. Put the glue right here. Put the glue over here. Actually, you don't want to go all the way down because you need to sew, sorry about that, you need to sew these arms together, these sleeves together. But maybe I'll just go to there and there and move that much. So pretty much that is the sleeve setting. If we look at it, you can see it's pretty simple. You can see how it's starting to come together, and then this piece goes under here like here. You stitch that together. I taught Primal Design at Sierra Nevada College and in Santa Barbara where I grew up. Okay, so then I always want to take things, put them in half, and make sure that's symmetry. Sheep, and that's not the strongest, so you definitely want to reinforce. So I'm just going to put some glue here. glue, like I mentioned, just holds everything in place so that you can punch it. It also reinforces it. We'll wash it off. And there's our facing. And we can trim this up, and then we'll want to lace around this too. Everything is smooth. So design of just basically like this. You've got a front and a back and two sleeves. And I like to leave this hanging over because this could be fringed. It's ready to do the hand lacing. I have this deer lace right here, about 1.5 length of whatever I'm sewing. So we want to do this. So I go 1.5, cut the lace. Cream that I like because it makes my lace really smooth and easy to follow. Through the hole and under the hook. So it looks like that. When you pull it through, pull it here. So you pull it here, you'll pull it off. You don't want to do that. The underside, and I go through here. Let's make a little slot. There, we're just going to make a little, and that's how I lock it to start out my lace, like that. One thing to keep in mind is that the lace wants to twist. So my technique is that I roll it off my finger like that. So on this side, I'm rolling it off my thumb so it doesn't twist. Since everything stretches in leather, I make it nice and tight. It even make it pucker a little bit. And then once I get going, that's what you don't want to do. You want to hold it right there. Make sure this doesn't come out so you don't have to keep threading it. Pull the lace, not the needle, and if it gets twisted, smooth it out. You just lace the back of the shirt. And I want it to be puckery like that because I'm going to pound it down with hammer. And that's going to make it really, really nice. See, and then we went up the side right there. And the nice thing about this is you can do it outdoors. This is the part we just did. We just did the front, we did the back, and we ended at the sleeve, and I did one extra stitch right there to lock in, and then I'm just going to let these hang. Be like that. Be part of the decoration. There's this sleeve over here. We already did the back. So we did the back. I made it a little bit puckered because it always stretches. Come back and go through again like this. That creates the knot right there. And then I'll just put it through a couple others just for safety, and I cut it off. I'm going to do the neckline and then the sides. Add more glue to this facing so that it stays. Because I just go with the hides the way they come out. I don't try to. I'm going to try this back on and make sure we've got the dimensions pretty good. Looks good. Okay, let's see in the back.
You want them to see in the back?
Yeah. So here, let's see. Put your arms out to the side. So this will go down. These will be our side seams. And that's our sleeve. Make sure the neck was good, that it could fold over. There was enough to get in and out of, and let's see if you can get it off easily. Make sure the neck ended up being big enough. Yep. It looks good. We're ready to lace.
Yeah. I'm gonna want that shirt.
This is going to be a cross stitch, so it'll be a little bit further apart. And we want them even. So we'll do the same on both sides. The lace around the neck is going to be a cross. It's going to go across like that. So I want to go double the length. and cut it off here. A hole and under like that. Run it through the soap. I'm going to start at the back. I'm just going to let the piece hang right there. So this is a whip stitch. So it looks like that. Nice and tight. So you can see, there we go, and it's nice and tight. It's almost pulling a little bit. Definitely. See, there it is. You can see it. Now I have a lot more thread left over than I thought, so I'll just keep going. So now I'm going to come back and cross. See across? Looks like that. So you can see it's really makes for a nice strong finish for the cut this off. So just hold that. So this sews together here. This sews together here. You can just glue it right down and just punch it and sew it. And so for the time right now, I am just going to machine some of these just to show you how it comes together. So then we turn it inside out. It's good. Or maybe not that way. Yes, it's shorter. If I cut them off here, and then you roll them up over here. So you take a piece and then you half it and half it and half it till you get the fringe size you like. So I'm just going to go this one goes straight down. There it is, the running shirt. Another Primal Design demonstration. So if you make one, let me know how it comes out, and you can see the handwork, and turn to the side, and around to the back. And there you have it. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. We'll be back with a new project next time.
Just don't wear it in the water.
Yeah.
Outside.
Don't put it in the dryer.
Don't put it in the dryer.
Don't wash it in hot water.
Don't wash it in hot water.
With heavy detergent.
With heavy detergent.
Cold water Woolite.
Yeah, just stand here and don't move in.
That's right. Go run.
Go run.